Good day, viewers. You are welcome to today's edition of our video. So now, what we want to look at quickly is on the traffic offences. Why I made this video, because I observed that there are a lot of fallout on the usage of on the use of our road. You see, we do understand that yes, the road is not actually being fixed properly, but we the users, the people, we have our own part to play. We need to be aware that there are some certain things that have been put in place. There are some rules that to guide how our roads is to be used. So being ignorance of these rules does not mean that you are above the law. It doesn't mean it's ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So you cannot be excused that because you did not know that there is an existence traffic rules or laws. It's not an excuse at all. Now, under the military era, there was a body set up, a commission set up to look at the prevalent cases of, a reoccurrence accident on the highway. And this brought about the decree number 45 that established Federal Road Safety Commission. It was later, this same decree was later being enacted by the National Assembly that brought about the Federal Road Safety Corps Established Act of 2007. Now, by the existence of this act, this body has, a power. They have the powers to arrest because the act, empower them. They can make an arrest. They can detain person who they suspect must have committed, offense that is, in line with the road usage, or that is violating the road use the road use laws. Now, they also have a statutory function. There is a statutory functions that have been put in place. One of such functions is that the Federal Road Safety Corps, they have one of such duty is to recommend on the elimination and minimizing or advising the federal government, the state government, and the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, in Abuja, and this agency on the things that they need to be done in order to reduce consistent accidents on the road, especially on the highway. Another of their duty is to ensure that, or is to educate the motorist, the public, the importance of being disciplined while using the road. For instance, a lot of persons, while they are driving, you see some person get distracted, and one of the things I do really observe that usually occur, if not up to 70%, but 50% of some accidents that do occur on the road is as a result of lack of being, the driver being, disciplined. You are not disciplined yourself to concentrate on handling your steering or concentrating on the road. So, but as a result of lack of discipline, that's why you usually see a lot of accidents happening or occurs in our road. So this body has a duty to educate the motorists or the general public on how to be disciplined. And one of their duty also is that they have duties to issue license to the motorist. They have duty to design the license and also fix an expiring date on the license. They have duty to provide, a mobile clinic on the highway in a situation where there is, accident occurrence on the road. So they have duty to make this available. They also have a duty to regulate or monitor how some of the motorists that are, while they are driving, they are on call. This is still under what we are talking about, discipline, being disciplined. So it is not at all. It's not at all that it's not good at all that while you are driving that you should be should be on call. Such things is not a good discipline. As a good driver, you don't need to involve yourself in such things, especially on the highway. So, and another thing is that as a road user, this body, another of their function is that for you to apply the highway, it must be properly guided. One, you must be aware that you have to have a current driving license. A current driving license. In fact, it's an offense for you to apply the highway without a driver license. So your driver license, propel you or make you eligible to apply the highway. So these are their functions. These are some of the things they are actually being empowered to carry out. Now on this video, we'll also be talking about the offenses and their penalty. Like I earlier said, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But I do believe that this short video, it will go a long ways to bring you an understanding that there are some certain things you must not do, or you have to be aware while applying the road. The federal road or the state road. There are roads that are federal and there are roads that are state. Whichever way it may be, you must be aware as a person, a reasonable human being, a person with a complete sense that there are some certainty. You must be cognizant of people's safety, because you are not the only person using this road. So there's a need for you to be aware of all of these things. How you carry out your activities, what are the things you are doing on the road. So these are the things we'll be talking about. Now, permit me, I want to bring to our notice that on this video, there are some offenses that have been actually enshrined in the Federal Road Safety Corps established at 2007. These things are listed down here, and one of such things is that one of the offense is that light or sign violation. There are lights and or sign that have been put on the road. Now, you don't need to evaluate these things because it has already been made available. Now, anybody who found guilty of these things is to pay 2,000 naira as an offense or as a fine or penalty. Now, another one is road obstruction. There are road obstruction. For instance, when you are going across a highway where they are constructing a road, there are no obstruction that are being put in place. So if you evaluate that obstruction, you have to pay 3,000 naira as penalty or fine. Another one is the route violation, which is the fine is 5,000 naira. Another one is speed limit violation. On the speed limit violations, you have to pay 3,000 naira as a fine. Another one, we have vehicle license violation. This ones you are attached or attract 3,000 naira fine. Another, we have vehicle number plate violation. It attracts 3,000 naira. We have driver license violations. When you don't have driver license and you apply the federal highway or the highway, the license, the offense attract 10,000 naira. In some cases, you can be persecuted, and you can be persecuted. In some of these offenses, you can be persecuted or being sentenced to jail for numbers of years. Another one, we have wrongful overtaking. In a wrongful overtaking, the offense, the penalty for this offense is 3,000 naira. Another we have here, road marking violation. The offense, anyone who fall or who violated this, is to pay 5,000 naira as the penalty. We have dangerous driving. On the dangerous driving, the offense is 3,000 naira. We have driving under the influence of alcohol. Anyone driving under the influence of alcohol or under the what's it called? Under the dangerous driving, the offense attract 50,000 naira. 50,000 naira. And it's not just that. In some cases, you will be sentenced to 7 years imprisonment. Under dangerous driving, you can be sentenced to 7 years, imprisonment. Driving under the influence of alcohol attract 5,000 naira as penalty. Operating a vehicle with forged documents, this attract 20,000 naira. Unauthorized removal of temporary with road sign attract 5,000 naira. Say do not move violation attract 2,000 naira as penalty or fine. Inadequate construction warning attract 50,000 naira as a fine, as your fine. Another one, we have construction area speed limit violations, which attract as penalty 3,000 naira. Failures to move over attract 3,000 naira. Failures to cover unstable materials attract 5,000 naira. Overloading attract 10,000 naira. When you take overloading or take something that is beyond expected load in your vehicle, this attract 10,000 naira. Now, driving with a worn out, with a tire, when your tire had been worn out, this offense attract 3,000 naira. Driving without or with with a shattered windscreen, when your windscreen is broken or have expired, this offense attract 2,000 naira. Now, failures to fix red flag on projected load. When you have a load that have been projected, you need to apply a red flag to indicate that there is a projected load. Now, failures to do that, it attract 3,000 naira. Now, failures to report accident, where some person will jump somebody and they will just jump and run. This offense, if you are being caught, it attract 20,000 naira. Medical personnel or hospital rejection of accident victims attract 50,000 naira. Where somebody has been involved in a road accident, and the person this victim was rushed to the hospital to be treated, and the hospital personnel say no, we cannot. In a situation like that, the hospital has to pay 50,000 naira as penalty. Now, assaulting marshal on duty, where the people, the corps members that are on duty, assaulting them attract 10,000 naira. Obstructing marshals on duty attract 20,000 naira. Assaulting marshal on duty attract 10,000 naira. Attempting corrupt marshal. Now, when you want to bribe, as Nigeria is very common with you. Just when some person have evaluated the law, they will just take let's say 2,000 naira and they say, officer, take this one and help yourself. That kind of things is attempting corrupt marshal. So this offense attract 10,000 naira. Custom fee. Now there is a custom fee where if your vehicle was or had been taken to the commission, now you have to pay each day the vehicle is in their station. You pay 200 naira per day. So calculate the amount of days your vehicle is to be parked there. See, all these things, why am I taking time to bring these things to our notice is to create your awareness, to be aware that, you don't, because for the fact that it appears as if it has not been, there is no street, guiding, there is no street follow up to these laws or to these rules that have been made available. It does not mean it's not in existence. That's why some person, once they fall in a bit, or once they have been caught in one way or the other, they'll be looking at, I did not commit this offense, so I didn't do anything. But it actually exists. There is a law. So you don't know, it does not mean it's not in existence. Now, driving without specific fired extinguishers. Now, this is one of the things people, do oftentimes. When they apply the road, they don't even have, some of them don't even have spare tire, they don't even have fire extinguishers in their vehicle. So this offense attract 3,000 naira. Driving commercial vehicle without passenger manifest. This offense attract 10,000 naira. Driving without seat belt, it attracts 2,000 naira as fine or penalty. Use of phone while driving attract 4,000 naira. Use of phone while you are driving, you will be making call while driving. This offense attract 4,000 naira. In some cases, the commissions have a right. They have that power to even withdraw your license in some cases. Now, riding a vehicle without a crash helmet. This to the cyclists, those people, the motorcyclist men who usually drive motorcycle without a helmet. When you are being caught, you have to pay 2,000 naira. Excessive smoke emission attract 5,000 naira. Mechanically deficient vehicle attract 5,000 naira. Mechanical deficient vehicle, when you know that the vehicle is not roadworthy at all. Some person, they will know that their vehicle has worn out. It's not fit to be applied on the road, talk less of a highway. They will still go ahead and apply this vehicle on the highway. In the case like this, it's an offense. In case you don't know, it is an offense. And these things are things that we are taking for granted. But thank God that this video has been made available. And I do believe that you are now aware that there is a law. There is a law that have been made available to guide us, to stand as a guide on how we use our road. It pissed me off whenever I come across some of these things happening on the road. You see some person to apply the road, they just do things anyhow or overtaking, recklessly. All of these things are offense. So you need to have the cognizance of them, that these things, there are laws that guide them, and it is not good at all, because your safety is very important, and the safety of your neighbor or other road users are as well important. So you must ensure that you consider them very, very much. Thank you, and remain blessed.